Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We're back again here today at the only place that we always can be, and you already know that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, we're back again with another episode of new figure pickups, or new pickups, as I say. It doesn't always have to be figure related, but a new episode of new figure pickups here today. And I do want to get right into it, guys, because this one is going to be quite the episode for episode number 59 here. Episode 59. It's so crazy. We're already past that midway point, but it's wild to think we're on our way to 100. We'll be there before we know it. But here we are today. I do want to jump into this one quick because there are about 4 items here that you guys have already seen in one way or another. So with the Heart Foundation Ultimate Edition Mattel Creations pack that we have in front of us here, we're going to start right off with that today. You guys already saw the video that I did when we did the unboxing to see if we got the Black Chase variants. We didn't. I already did an unboxing and review on this, and that has been posted. So it is now time for it to make its official final appearance, probably here on the channel for quite some time, in this new figure pickup. So here we go with that. It is none other than, like I said, the Heart Foundation Ultimate Edition Mattel Creations. And this pack here, as I've shown you guys before, you get a little bit of everything on there. Stick that off to the side. I want to show these quick as well. So these did come with the tag titles that are in the bottom, the WWF Tag Team Championships, and so I did this right here. I made these a little bit more custom to my liking. I put the other tag titles that they come with in the accessory box in there as well, so they're now displaying both sets of the championships, which I think looks so much better. I also took the sunglasses off of Brett. They're in the accessory box because the Anvil sunglasses are in the accessory box, so I figured I'll display them both without the sunglasses. I switched the heads on them from the original ones that they came with some of the extras that they had. I like the Jim Anvil head scan because it's something different. I haven't seen that one yet. If we've already gotten it, then, you know, hey, that's awesome, but I've never seen it to this point that I can remember. So I threw that on there, and the Brett, obviously that head scan, I think looks a little bit more to what it should be than the one that was on it. So either way, the last time for quite some time that we have these up on the channel. And let's see here. Let's keep things moving. Up next, you guys already saw me do an unboxing and review on this, and now here it is on the channel with a little bit of customization. So we do have the Dusty Rhodes here, and like I said before, the WrestleMania 39 figures that they had the Rock, the Hogan, Dusty Rhodes, Macho Man. I don't know if that was WrestleMania 39 or 38. We had those figures come out, I think, a little over a year ago or so, maybe almost 2 years ago. It's probably pretty close now as we come up on WrestleMania 41. But that original Dusty Rhodes that we got, he came with the yellow polka dotted shirt and not the black polka dotted shirt as you see the one that's on him. But I already had that shirt. I had it saved from when I got rid of that figure. I kept that shirt for that reason. And now we have what I like to call the ultimate of ultimates, because it's always fun when you can add a little something to these figures when they already come with so much to begin with. So Dusty Rhodes there, and I believe this is the Target exclusive Dusty Rhodes. And again, a very, very nice Ultimate Edition. Happy to add an Ultimate Edition Dusty Rhodes to the collection. I look forward to seeing another Ultimate Edition Dusty Rhodes in a different version of the man himself, the American Dream. So hopefully we will see that soon. Up next, a couple other ones that you guys have already seen. You're probably even saying like, oh yeah, we saw this in the last figure pickups video. Well, in the last one, I did have a little problem with the Ray. His mask was not correct. It was missing half of the mask. Not like with no paint app or nothing. It was just completely, the mold of it was missing. So it was very, so. So I'm happy to be able to add this back to the collection with one that is in the proper and correct shape. So Rey Mysterio basic series here, and the Netflix packaging, which is something that I really wanted. Also wanted the Rey because we are getting back on it with collecting Rey Mysterio and getting so many variations of the absolute masked legend icon, lucha libre legend icon. It's just, you know, Rey Mysterio is great, and it's amazing that his career has had the longevity that it has, and that he's still here doing what he's doing today. Up next, we got Stone Cold coming at you. And again, this is going to be the last one of figures that you've kind of already seen. We did get this in the regular Top Picks packaging, but we wound up finding the Netflix packaging, and I did want a Elite figure in the Netflix packaging. So as you can see, exactly the same figure. I actually think this looks better. I think it's got a better look overall, but it is the exact same figure. There is no difference. I think just the packaging makes it just, a little bit more desirable for me anyway. So this other Austin will make its way up onto the MERCARI, and now we have ourselves an Elite packaging with the Netflix logo on it. So I've got a basic, I've got an Elite, and at some point maybe I'll even buy one of the 2-packs, which would be a tough one, because that would be a tough one there, because which one would you get? They have the Austin Theory and John Cena, they have the Triple H and Stone Cold, they have the Shawn Michaels and British Bulldog, and I think they also have the Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. So which one would you pick? That's going to be the tough one there. Up next, we have Legends of Lucha Libre. Speaking of the legend himself, Rey Mysterio, but Legends of Lucha Libre. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. We're almost tongue-tying today. It's early on a Monday. Lucha Libre Legends here, and this is a great series, a great set that I really do like. There's a few more that I'd like to get. I've already got Juventud. I've got the Taya, or I always mess these names up just because I don't hear them enough. But Taya, Valkyria, I don't know how you say her name properly. I'm butchering it to death. And instead of butchering this name here, I'm going to play it for you right now, so that way we can let you know exactly who this is. You guys ready? Here it comes. And just like that, the man has made his entrance. But yes, this is another phenomenal figure from the Legends of Lucha Libre series, and from Boss Fight Studios. This is a very cool figure. Cool piece. Had to, add this to the collection. The rest on the back are still a must grab for me. I definitely want the Ultimate Dragon, because if I don't get this one, I might revert back to maybe one of the Jax figures that he had, which I think was only 2, maybe 3, but they did have some very, very nice Ultimate Dragon figures that they did with Jax. Vampiro, I think, or Vampiro, however you guys like to say it. I've heard people say it many different ways, but Vampiro, I think, another great figure to add to the collection. I think this is more of his early years, so it's even cooler to get figures that might be considered maybe like more of a rookie style figure at the time, anyway. And they also have a couple other figures of him out as well, I think, from the same set or line, and I'd like to get those as well. Same thing here with the Black Taurus figure. I think that's really cool. I'd like to add that to the collection at some point down the road, but it is nice to add this one. And hey, keep trying to find them as I do. This was completely random. I should actually show you guys quick before I take this one away. This was at GameStop, and I got that for $11, normally $23. So the same price as an Elite, and paid basically, a little less than a basic for it. So that wasn't bad. GameStop occasionally does have those few random things that I'm just like, hey, you know what? I'll take it when I can get it, right? All right, up next, we're going to do these both at the same time. We've got the first time in the line, Kiana James. And before she falls over, I'll just do it this way to make it easier. We've got her in the main event series. I still call it the basic series, but basic main event series, whatever you want to call it. It is series 154, Kiana James, first time in the line. And we've got not only her regular figure, but we've also got the Chase variant. And I'll tell you what's really cool about this. I was able to hit the shipper right when it was basically, just dropped. And I missed it by maybe, I don't know, from the time they had it on the floor to the time that I got to it, I'll say it might have been a few hours. But I was able to get to it right right as it was basically dropped on the floor there. And out of all the figures they had so many of these regular Kiana James, and there was only this one variant Chase. And when I tell you there had to have been, as far as the regular version of her, there must have been at least 15, if not more, of this figure on this shipper. So I don't know if somebody already got the Chase, if somebody already got maybe another 1 or 2 Chases, who knows, but It's debatable with this one. I'm not really sure which one I'd like to keep or get rid of. One of these will make their way to the MERCARI. The other one will stay in the collection. So who knows? Maybe I will keep the chase. It was definitely not easy to find as far as the amount of volume that they had of this other one. So either way, Kiana James, first time in the line. And again, excited to add her to the collection. And that's another thing. Like I say it all the time when it comes to the female talents. I don't necessarily buy many of them. I don't go out of my way to try to, get a ton of the female wrestlers as far as, once I get a variation of them, I'm usually happy. I'm content. I don't need multiples, but depending on who it is, obviously Trish Stratus, I could name a few others that I definitely have multiples of, like Natalia. There's a few. There's definitely a few that you can get multiple attires for. That makes sense, but with Kiana James, I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Maybe I will get another version of her down the road. Here we go. Next up, we've got the man who is making all the waves in the WWE right now, and in NXT especially. We've got none other than Ricky Starks, and he is now going under the moniker, under the name of Ricky Saints. So, Ricky Saints, Ricky Starks, this was a Walmart exclusive, and when I hit that shipper the other day, I went from the spot that they had that at, I went down to the actual wrestling section, and there was only one of these. So I said, you know what? I don't want to pass on it. I said, I know I'll come back. It won't be here. And I was really hoping to get 2 of these figures, but it is what it is. I now have, as far as the regular line of AEW, I do have all the Ricky Starks figures that have been produced. This one definitely being my favorite, not only just for the fact of the extra attire and the extra goods, the Walmart exclusive, the box branding, and just the fact that, red is my favorite color, so it's very hard to be upset with this one. But it definitely does take the first place as far as the Ricky Starks figures. And funny enough, my favorite one prior to this was his original AEW figure. I think that was actually better than the second one they came out with when he had the FTW title. I think his original figure was actually better than that second figure. But hey, I digress. Either way, point being, Ricky Starks here, Ricky Saints, it is going to be his last AEW figure, as I would imagine. We could even call this the AEWWE Ricky Starks, Ricky Saints. Who knows? But hey, you know what? I'm happy. I know that I'm happy to have this in the collection, and I was happy to find the only one that was there. Hopefully, I'll be able to find one more potentially down the road. Maybe these will even hit clearance, but hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Up next here, what do we got? We have, speaking of female talents and Trish Stratus, we have none other than Trish Stratus herself. Series 111, and the reason why I grabbed this the other day was it was actually tucked behind a few boxes in the aisle where obviously the wrestling section is, and so I saw this, it was tucked away, and right now I believe I have the Chase variant Trish that was like from way back, like Elite Series, I don't know, 80-something, 88, 89, and I know it was like, actually I think it was before that, it might have been like 86 or 85, and I know that everybody says that that's a god-awful Trish Stratus. I mean, it is definitely not one that I would say is her most likeness of figures. Definitely not. I mean, aside from the attire, of course, but the face was just not well. And then we do have now the Trish Stratus that came with the WrestleMania 40. That was the Build-A-Figure set with Nicholas was the Build-A-Figure. So we do have that one as well. So I kind of feel like it's given me some eras, some generations of Trish. Obviously now with the one that's the variant Chase that looks god-awful, it is still from that era, that time period, the very earlier years of Trish Stratus. We have the WrestleMania 40 Trish that came out, and obviously her in her more modern look with the brunette hair and what she was kind of known for coming back with when she made her return after all those years. And then we have this Trish right here, which is her most modern look, when she was back in the ring yet again, only within the past, what was it now? Maybe less than a year ago or so that she was doing that whole storyline going into last year's WrestleMania, I think, somewhere around last year's Elimination Chamber, something like that. So, great to have this, and looking forward to hopefully adding maybe another, I'd say probably I'm going to need 2 or 3 more variations of Trish Stratus before I'd be kind of on that fence line of, hey, I think we're at our point where we've got what we need now. So maybe 2-3 more variations of Trish, and that will be the end of those until something, crazy decides to maybe come out. You never know with Mattel, so we will see. Up next, this one is a debate. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this one. Logan Paul, Top Pick Series. And I love this figure. I think it's great. I really, really want it because I never got the Ultimate Edition, but I kind of still want the Ultimate Edition that they originally released, that Mattel Creations. And I know he is set or due for another Ultimate Edition figure down the road here, from what I understand. So it's very tough for me right now. I'm wondering, do I hold on to this? Do I get his more, most recent to be announced Ultimate when it does come out? Do I grab that and then from there make the decision on whether, hey, do we sell this one and then go after the original Ultimate that he had? I don't know. It's a tough one for me. I think it's because I do like this attire. And, funny enough, a lot of people, I think, are very interested in Logan Paul, even though they might claim different. But when you go to the stores, I think the sales reflect. And anytime Logan Paul is in a set or a series or he is able to be purchased, I don't think he lasts all too long. I went to, again, find the shipper that I was at the other day, and they had the top picks line, CM Punk, Stone Cold, and Logan Paul. This was the only Logan Paul that was on that shipper. So I don't know if that just means that he is, the short cased figure, or if he's the, short packaged figure, if you'd like to call it that. I don't want to necessarily call it a chase, but it's just, I don't know. We had so many of those CM Punks and Stone Colds there. So is this Logan Paul one that's going to be really hard to get down the road? So I'm debating on whether or not I should keep this, but I guess that will be, to be determined. We'll see. We will see. Up next, we're getting into some real good ones here, and these are going to be figures that I can't wait to unbox and review, and I'm also very excited to build the figure here. So, as you can see, we've got none other than the Monday Night Wars line. We got Hardcore Hack in front of you, also known as the Sandman. And wow, I gotta tell you, I am just so excited to have this one in front of me. This is just a wild figure to think that we have in our possession now. How crazy it is to have this figure, how crazy it is to have multiple, Sandman figures essentially. And now with this coming out, I have to imagine that the next Sandman or, Hardcore Hack or whatever, whoever you want to call it, whatever you want to call him, I would imagine the next figure we get of him is going to have to be his iconic, most well-known, I would think at this point, gimmick of his, ECW WWE return. So many people were just, I think, captured by that look that he had at the time. The black everywhere, from top to bottom, the Sandman shirt that he had that everyone wanted. I remember having mine back in the day, and man, I'll tell you, that's one that I really regret getting rid of. I wish I still had that shirt to this day because it was just such a cool shirt to have on and wear. And when you're out and you see the diehard fans, the hardcore fans, the Hardcore Hack fans, if you will, it was always great to be able to just, interact with people that love wrestling. And that shirt always brought out, I think, the most conversations I've ever had while wearing any wrestling t-shirt. So I wish I still had that. But Hardcore Hack here looking great. Can't wait to unbox this and build that Golga there. So that is going to be, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. And that means, with that being said, you already know what's going to keep coming here, right? Well, it's more of the Monday Night Wars line. It's Kane. Happy to get this Kane. I don't think I have this variation of Kane in my collection at this moment. I'll have to double check. I will have to see. If not, then it will be staying in the collection. And if I already do have it, then, well, I guess it will be for the parts, for the Build-A-Figure, and you'll wind up seeing this Kane potentially up on MERCARI. But I don't think I have this version, so I'm excited to add this to the collection and, again, continue to build that awesome Build-A-Figure that we got there. I mean, that's just, again, these deep cuts, these figures that I don't think we really expected, but we're getting them, and I'm not upset by any means. Up next here, we got Booker T. And Booker T, I wish I could have got the chase. That was the other thing. There was not one Booker T chase, because my plan was, guys, I was going to buy 2 full sets of this series with the Chase Booker T. Then I would have had 1 full set plus the chase for the figures. I would have had a Build-A-Figure built for myself. And then the other 3 figures, the British Bulldog, the Hardcore Hack, the Kane, I would have sold those, without the Build-A-Figure parts. You could have got it a little bit cheaper if maybe somebody's just looking for the figure itself. So I would have thrown that out there. And then I would have had a full Build-A-Figure that would have also been for sale up on the MERCARI. So unfortunately, until we find that Chase Booker T, we are, you know, we're doing what we can. We're just going to kind of roll with the punches here. So Booker T, though, coming out of the Monday Night War Elite line. And again, can't wait to unbox these. And that's probably going to be something that I actually do today. I'm probably going to have to unbox those today, make that video today as well. So can't wait to do that. Up next, British Bulldog. And the British Bulldog, again, another great figure in this line. Was happy to get another variation of the Bulldog. I think this is now my third or fourth figure of him. So it's great to always get different, you know, tights and attires. And that's just something that I look for when you're buying, you know, stuff like this. Because again, if it was so similar, if it was so much the same and you're not really getting anything different, I don't want to buy multiple of a figure just, you know, for the sake of just having it to say that I have it. So always trying to keep the space that is, you know, very limited as it is available in this collection. So we'll see how we do moving forward. We'll see where we're at come the end of this year. And when we do our 2026 room tour, how crazy that's going to be, right? But, you know, if you haven't already, check out the 2025 room tour. That's up on the channel. Up next, another one that'll be up on the channel because we're going to unbox and review this one as well. We got the Headbangers, Mosh, and Thrasher, and I am so excited to have these figures. Something that I didn't think we'd ever see. Something that I was planning on maybe eventually buying customs of, which I really don't do. So it's cool. It's cool to have these here. It's cool to have these in a very, you know, unique packaging on top of it. And with the tag titles, with all the soft goods. Can't wait to unbox and review these. And if you guys haven't already, check out Mattel Creations. That's where you can find these right now. I believe they are $50 still. So if you haven't already got these, make sure you get over to Mattel Creations if you're looking for it. $50. It is worth every penny. But I am sure, somewhere down the road here, I am sure we will see another set of them potentially released. Up next, we're going to end it with an Ultimate Edition, the last figure of episode 59. It is the Walmart exclusive. I thought this was a Target exclusive, but this is a Walmart exclusive. That's where I got mine. So, Walmart exclusive Lex Luger. And again, this comes out of the, I believe this is out of the Monday Night War line. Is it not? Am I right? Am I right? Yep. Monday Night War line, it is out of that as well. And this Ultimate is exactly that. We got Lex Luger here looking great. Very excited for this one as well because I sold off two of my other Lex figures that were both in the black tights once I found out about this. I think it, you know, encapsulates exactly. Oh. Wait a minute here. Did I just realize? Okay. I was I was getting a little nervous there. I just caught this as I was looking at it. The his head scan off to the right, it's actually missing the hair. I don't know if that's because it's swappable with the other one. I guess I'd have to take a look at that. I didn't even know. I'm gonna have to check that out now. So either way, we'll figure that out down the road. But when we unbox and review this, as I was saying, we did sell off the other two Lexes that we had that were both in the black attire. So very excited to add this to the collection. Excited that we do get the new plates, the new sculpts of the world title, the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, and now having that with an NWO plate as well as another one of the plain style, which we also just got with the Rick Rude. So very cool to add this to the collection, and I'm excited to unbox and review this one as well and see about that hair now, because if that's the case, unfortunately, I'd probably have to go back and buy another one of these, or I might have to even go and return it and see if I can get another one, but I'll have to check that out and see what happens when we pull this out of the package. And I'll also have to check that out online first, but it does look like it's possible. Maybe, I don't know. The hair that's on the Lex, the figure itself, looks like it could be removable. So who knows? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I guess that will be to be seen. It'll be to be determined. I guess we'll have to find that out. So we'll do it together here on the channel very soon. But guys, as always, I appreciate each and every single one of you for being here for another unboxing and review. Jesus, oh my God! Now we're all off. This hairless Lex Luger is like the headless horseman now. It's completely thrown me off. We are completely off the tracks here, off the rails. Let's try this again. So for another episode of New Figure Pickups, I appreciate you guys for being here with me. And as always, if you haven't already, get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you want to see and hear from me every single day, hit the bell icon on the channel as well. Leave me a comment on this video. Tell me what was your favorite figure here, which is the one that you're going to be looking most forward to picking up. Which one will you really want to see in your collection? So leave me a comment for that. And as well, if you guys haven't already, you already know we're doing our WrestleMania MERCARI sale. It's going to be WrestleMania weekend, and it is as simple can be. Get to the description of this video, hit the MERCARI store link. It'll bring you right to my MERCARI store. Once you get there, follow me on MERCARI. After that, check out the items that I have for sale. Any item you see you like, it's as simple as that. Just click the like button. And on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 18th, 19th, and 20th, which is WrestleMania weekend, I will be sending out offers on all the items that are already liked, if they have likes on them. So any item that has a like on it will have an offer sent out. It will be first come, first serve right there on MERCARI. And of course, it will be a discount. It will be a little bit of money off on all of those items. So you guys will be able to get yourself something that maybe you've been really waiting to put in your collection, and now you can get it for a little bit less than what you would have paid for already. So, hey, check that out. Make sure you see that as, as we're going to be doing that, like I said, WrestleMania weekend. And one last thing, if you want to save even more money, make sure that you purchase more than one item. And that doesn't just help me, it helps you because it's bundle shipping, and you'll wind up saving a ton on shipping alone. So make sure you check that offer out as well. And before I completely get tongue-tied over here with way too many things going on and saying 100 million things, we're going to wrap this video up, guys. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. And for Lex Luger, for all the figures that you saw here today, the only place that we always can be, Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Until the next video, guys, stay safe, stay tuned, and I will see you all there.